heart of the cards. Guide me.
Hey, what's up everybody? Andrew Godsmith here, Godsmith the Chaos, here with another Dark Magician deck profile for you. Right now, Dark Magician isn't doing the greatest. Why? Who knows? Konami just doesn't like us, but whatever. I built another Dark Magician deck profile. This one is a banger. If we can't defeat the meta, then what we have to do is join the meta by using Dark Magician and figuring out what combos and what ratios of cards from Snake Eyes I've added together with Dark Magician and Snake Eyes and Diabellstar to make the ultimate deck to get out Dragoon and full combo with the Snake Eyes. With an unbeatable board that nobody can beat, let's go.
The Dark Magician has chosen me. He has never let me down.
Alrighty then, let's get to the deck profile. Put these away. Finally have a side deck. I'll explain that after. I don't normally do it because it's completely different depending on the locals that you go to. So I don't usually do a sideboard, but heck, some people have requested it, so I'll do it this time for this format. All right, let's get down to it. We're going to start off with your two Dark Magicians, because when you're playing a Dark Magician deck, you obviously need to play Dark Magician. Now, with Dark Magician decks nowadays, we do not go for the normal plays with Rod and whatnot, because, well, Dark Magician just sucks right now. It's way too slow. We don't have the proper support. We need a new Link 1. We need a new Fusion card, or Fusion spell, sorry. We also are just missing some very needed support to make our deck meta. But, so because of that, we have to improvise and put our brain together and mix decks, mix archetypes. So we're using Dark Magician and Snake Eyes. I have 3 Illusion of Chaos. He is your main searcher for your Dark Magician cards to get out Dark Magician and to help get you into Dragoon. We play 2 Magician Souls, only 2 because heck, why not? Only need 2, 3 kind of makes it a little bit bricky. Don't play a lot of spells in this deck, so to utilize that draw effect of this isn't really the greatest, and only getting out Dark Magician being a vanilla isn't really the greatest option either. So 2 is plenty enough, because with 2 Magician Souls, Illusion of Chaos searches it, so it's technically like 5 Magician Souls, which is essentially like 7 Dark Magicians, but we don't want to draw a Dark Magician. But anyways, we got 1 Timaeus United Dragon to help you get into Dragoon. This is your main way to get in Dragoon with Dark Magician. Timaeus United Dragon is the new Timaeus, or Eye of Timaeus. Instead of a spell card, it's now a monster. Still sucks, still really slow, but hey, still can get you into Dark Magician fusion monsters, especially Dragoon or Dark Magician the Dragon Knight, which we are not playing because we aren't playing any Dark Magician spells. And then we have 1 Apprentice Illusion Magician, sort of a hand trap, sort of not. During battle phase, you can buff up Dark Spellcaster by 2,000 attack when battling with another monster. And then on to the Snake Eyes, we got 3 Diabellstar the Black Witch. This is your main monster that you want to get out at first. It just is how this deck goes. It's a spellcaster main deck, so you really want to see a spellcaster see Diabellstar or one of your Snake Eyes monsters. We got 2 Snake Eyes Poplar. 2 is really good, especially in this format and in this deck. Usually they play 2 even in pure Snake Eyes and Fire King Snake Eyes. So 2 is pretty much the ratio that we use. Then I use 2 Snake Eyes Flamberge Dragons. 2 is where it's at. 1 you can use, but for some of the plays, you really need 2 to get going smoothly. Yeah. And then some of you aren't going to like this. My Snake Eyes Ash is only at 1. I play 1 Snake Eyes Ash because, 1, I'm playing Dark Magician deck, not entirely Snake Eyes. But hey, if you can't beat the meta, join them. So I'm playing the best deck with Dark Magician. Since Diabellstar is a rank 7, or level 7, it works for getting out rank 7 XEs. Unfortunately, rank 7 XEs are a little subpar, so we're not playing any in this deck. We're going more for a Link and a Synchro type deck. And I also play one Snake Eyes Oak. Of course, to get into the full combo with Snake Eyes cards, you need to play Snake Eyes Oak and Snake Eyes Ash, but I only play Ash at 1. And then I play 2 Wanted Seeker Sinful Spoils. Play 2 or 3. 3 is probably where you want, but I really like having 2 as the ratio. It just helps me draw a card, good synergy, and you pretty much want to win in like one turn. So if you're going first or second, you want to win, you want to build up a board, set up, so then you can survive, and then on your second turn, FTK or OTK your opponent, sorry. So you're not going to really see too many of these, but you want to at least see at least one. And with Diabellstar being able to search this and Poplar being able to search it, 2 is enough. And then we play 1 original Sinful Spoil Snake Eye for obvious reasons. You only need to play 1. Don't really need to play more than 1. It gets a little bit bricky because by itself you need to send another card on the field face up that we control to the graveyard to be able to get it to work. And having too many of it in your hand can end up breaking your hand. And Dark Magician, as we know it, is already pretty bricky. So we're only going to play 1 in this deck. Then 1 Divine Temple of the Snake Eye. Pure Snake Eyes play 1. We're not playing any other field spell in this deck. So just having 1 helps us get into full combo and helps us get in other interruptions. Then, not exactly as extenders, but Jet Synchron helps us get into the synchro plays. And then I play 1 Kurikara Divine Carnate just in case you go second and you can't exactly side it in during first match. So I put it in there just in case you lose dice roll, and you can pretty much go in for OTK. Now onto the hand traps. I play 3 Ash, 3 Effect Veiler, 3 Imperm, and I chose to play 3 Ghost Mourners as well. Ghost Mourner is kind of like Effect Veiler and Infinite Permanence, but you can also burn your opponent if they choose to remove that monster from the field. Now, this card is a little bit slower. It is able to miss timing, but it is a wonderful card if it does get through. Then, as consistency cards and as tech, I play 2 Triple Tactics Talent and 1 Thrust. And for consistency, 1 Upstart Goblin. That's it for the main deck. Now for the extra deck, play, of course, 1 Linkuriboh. If you're playing all those level 1s, it's a must. I mean, it's a great extender, helps get rid of Poplar off the field, and then Poplar can set itself back, and then Ash will destroy it and Poplar, and this is still on the field, and you continue into your plays. Wonderful card, a must. And I play 1 Dark to Dark Charmer. If your opponent is playing Snake Eyes or another deck, Fire Kings, most likely going to be playing Diabellstar, which is a dark, so it's a great way to extend your plays. Hida, for the exact same reason. If you're going against another fire deck, which right now, if you're not playing fire, you're losing, so Hida. 1 IP Masquerena, for obvious reasons. To combo off with Flamberge and whatnot, it's awesome with the Snake Eyes. Also with SP Little Knight, if you're playing in the meta and you're competing today, you pretty much have to play this card. 1 Promethean Princess Bestower of Flames, for obvious reasons again. She's fire, and she is also fire. 1 Celine to help extend into your Link 4 monsters. And because I play Spellcasters, I can get Diabellstar back on the field as well. Then I play 1 Appaloosa Bow of the Goddess to get in those monster negates, because you need them. It's a must. Then 1 Salamangreat Raging Phoenix for that OTK. And I play 1 Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. Pretty easy to get into. It only unfortunately, with Dark Magician, it takes 2 cards or 3. It always does, except for if you're playing Ref, but then this is the only monster you can have on the field. But we play 1 Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. If you're playing a Dark Magician deck, you kind of have to play it. 1 Mud Dragon of the Swamp, and 1 Garua for the Super Poly, which I play in the side deck, 1 Warlord Savage Dragon, 1 Baron de Fleu, and 1 Herald of the Arclight. Alright, that's it for the extra deck. Now I'm going to get into the side deck. I don't normally do this, but hey, everybody's locals or regionals or YCS, wherever you're going, if you decide on bringing Dark Magician or if you decide on bringing a deck, you need a side deck. But like I said, all your plays is going to be a little slightly different than probably where I play or where another YouTuber plays or somebody else. So use this to your discretion and choose wisely, my friends. So I got 1 Lullaby of Obedience for the mirror match, and for if you're after your first match, if you know what your partner's playing or your opponent is playing, Lullaby of Obedience, and you can call out their 1-card starter or whatever they need to continue, and you can pretty much screw them over, stop them before their turn. Then 2 Super Polys, 2 Cosmic Cyclones, and I play 3 Cosmic Cyclones, 3 Droll Knockbird, 3 Deck Lockdown. Yes, Deck Lockdown, because going first, it really stops your opponent pretty much from summoning, and it's almost a turn skip depending on who you're going against. Neither player can add cards from the deck to their hand except by drawing them. Monsters cannot be special summoned from the main deck. Destroy this card during your second standby phase after activation. 3 of those goes well with Droll if you're going against decks that are bad against Droll, and then 3 Nib for if you're going against Mirror Match or going against another deck that summons many times. All right, that's it for the deck profile. Let me know what you think. Comment down below. Let's move on. Now for the deck building. I have started building decks differently because of a couple videos that I've watched from Pack, and I now start building all my decks with a 70-30 ratio. A lot of pros follow this ratio. Why? Because it works and it's one of the best. Here it is.
So I follow this deck building rule called the 70-30 rule, and it kind of like came up one time during like a testing session with one of my buddies, and where I was jokingly saying like I feel like every deck I play I have 70% engine, 30% non-engine. Essentially, let me show you an example. In a 40 card deck you will have 12 non-engine. You see right here, for every 7 cards, the 7 engine cards are here, 3 non-engine. Every 7 cards, 3 non-engine. I know like there are some decks that do not follow this rule.
Right on. Now that you've seen the deck profile, let's get to the deck building process. So I got 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there you have it. 7 times 4, there's 28 cards there. And what I have done is 70-30. 7 cards for engine, plus 3 hand traps, 3 ash. I got 7 engine cards, 3 effect veiler, 7 engine cards, 3 infinite impermanents, 7 engine-ish cards, 3 ghost mourner, making up a 70-30 ratio. And apparently, according to Pack and most pro players, this is one of the best ratios to play for engine to hand trap ratio. But there you have it. Start building your deck. May the heart forever be in your cards. Let's go. Well, that's it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed my deck profile. Until next time, may the heart forever be in your cards. Love you all. Cheers.